Let me start with a question. What would you feel if your dream career are being ruined or being destroyed because of the issue of sexual harassment? You have worked hard for this. You passed every studies. You went to every lectures, and you finally landed your first job, only for you to feel unsafe, unheard, and unprotected. According to Illinois Department of Human Rights, it states that constant training is the strongest way to reduce or to prevent sexual harassment in the workplace. Yet, surprisingly, many companies still do not provide any sexual harassment training in their system. Why is that? Imagine finally going to your dream career only to face uncomfortable jokes or unwanted comment, or even worse, you don't know what to do or to who you're going to turn to. So I choose this topic. It's not only about the policy, it's about real people, it's about us. To prepare this page, I have gone through several latest research and state-level policies regarding to the sexual harassment. And what I found is both surprising and shocking and eye-opening. In reality, many people still don't understand what can be considered as sexual harassment, and moreover, more even not sure or are afraid of speaking out. This method make the sexual harassment keep happening because of the fear and silence. We cannot let this bad behavior keep going. Today, I want to persuade you to implement annual sexual harassment training in your workplace once you join your workplace. Now, let's look into what the problems of this issue, the root of the issue. Sexual harassment has been discussed widely and eventually it's become a huge issue. Yet, it's still happening. There are two main issues. First, the lack of awareness, and second, fear of speaking out. Many employees, especially the new ones, the interns, they are not sure what can be considered as sexual harassment. It's not only about physical touch, it's about inappropriate jokes, it's about constant staring or personal message that might cause you to feel uncomfortable. According to Rahman and Ghosh study case is highlight that vague or outdated information left employees unsure about their rights, so they don't understand what can be considered as appropriate and what can be considered as harassment, and it makes them become confused and silent about this. And even if there is someone who does recognize this, reporting is often frightening. Victims are always afraid of losing their jobs, damaging their reputations, and even worse, being blamed for it. According to Singh et al. Studies, it mentioned that this fear is even strongest when the harasser holds a position of power. This toxic behavior cannot be let into silence. We need to stop this. So, what is the solution? It is simple: mandatory training. every company should be required to provide annual sexual harassment training, not just human resources departments, but for every employee, from interns to top manager. The Illinois Department of Human Rights emphasized that clear and consistent training gives employees the knowledge and tools to respond properly. It reminds everyone that this issue is not a personal problem, but it is a shared responsibility across the entire organization. Cortina et al. Study also highlight that good training is not only about reading the slides or watching a video, but the best programs are interactive, including role-play or group discussion or even leadership participations. When the staff actively engage in this training, they are most likely to remember and apply it in real life. Some companies even collect feedback to improve their training each year. This small step can make a huge difference to providing or in building a culture of mutual respect. Now, let's talk about the benefit of mandatory trainings, right? So when the training is done right, we transform the workplace. First, it creates a sense of safety. Employees feel heard, feel protected, feel valued. Rahman and Ghosh studies mention or found that workplaces that have stronger harassment policies and regular training has fewer complaints and higher employee certifications. This leads to better teamwork and better productivity and reduced stress, not only to the victims but also to everyone. Second, training hard attracts and keeps good employees. No one wants to work in toxic environments. If one person feels satisfied with their work, they are more likely to stay and more unlikely to apply for this job, for this workplace. In fact, inclusive and respectful environments perform better overall. So, it is not just a moral issue, it's a smart business strategy. Investing in training means investing in people, in loyalty, and in long-term success. As we come to the end of this speech, I ask you to think seriously, not just about statistics or policies, but about our future. We learn that harassment is still a problem, and fear and silence protects wrong people. And we learn that training is a powerful solution, a real step forward for change. Now, what you need to do, be the action, be the voice, be the one who transforms it. Once you enter the workforce, you need to vocal out about this suggestion of company providing mandatory trainings regarding to sexual harassment. And as we, the young or the next generations entering the workplace, we not only going there, but we need to transform it for the better future.